Welcome to Kedua's Coffee Farm, your home for practical coffee farming knowledge. On this channel, I'll take you through every stage of coffee production, from planting to harvesting. This is where we share proven methods, real farm experiences, and also expert advice. If you've ever thought of quitting coffee farming, this channel is here to remind you why you should keep going. Therefore, coffee is more than a crop, you should know that, and it is our heritage, and from the heritage we have income, and also we have our future on this. We'll be sharing real experiences and also simple techniques and powerful tips to help you grow healthy coffee and reap better yields. Let's keep the coffee dream alive, because one plant at a time is the best approach, especially in farming. As I was scouting my coffee farm, I realized it was flowering. At first, I thought my eyes were playing a trick on me. I stood there for a moment, silent, grateful, and also amazed. These small coffee flowers reminded me of where I started. I remembered the first day I planted these seedlings. The soil was hard, the sun was unforgiving, it was really scorching. People were there that told me to grow crops that give quick money. But inside me, there was a different voice, a voice that whispered, "Be patient. This is not just farming. This is legacy." So I kept going. I watered them when they were still weak and fragile. I removed weeds that competed with them. I applied manure and compost even when money was tight. I used copper and foliar sprays to protect the leaves. I practiced desicking and also pruning, one plant at a time. There were days when pests attacked. There were days when rains delayed. There were nights I wondered if all the efforts would ever pay off, but I never stopped caring for them. And now today, my coffee plant, as you can see it, those are some of the flowers that are bringing up life. They are already on doing well. These flowers are more than just a stage of growth. They are a sign of hope, a promise that berries are on the way, a reminder that hard work plus patience plus faith always brings results. In a few weeks, these flowers are turned into cherries, and one day, very soon, I will hold my first harvest from a dream I refuse to give up on. You can see some of the berries, they are doing well, and we are still pushing. If your plants are still small, keep watering. If your leaves are turning yellow, keep learning. If your neighbors doubt you, keep believing, because one day, as you walk through your farm on an ordinary morning, you will find your coffee flowering. You can see how it is doing, because there is power in doing, and also in farming, because it's really therapeutic as you walk into your farm and see the amazing nature, how it does. And because you will find your coffee flowering, what will you do? You'll keep on moving on, and still you'll continue weeding and also you shall continue doing the coffee management practices. For example, pruning. Here are some of the secondary branches that we are supposed to prune. You can see here that one. I'll do the pruning just right now. Therefore, it's good to be able to identify some of the secondary branches so that at least you can give, or you can have the best of the coffee and healthy coffee berries. Now there I am doing the pruning, and you're just supposed to be keen as you do the pruning. Yeah, here are my secateurs. Just do it in a careful way and remove those secondary branches. You can see they are numerous in one branch. Therefore, what will happen? They'll just compete for nutrients with the primary branch. So this is very important to do the so-called pruning. Now you can see you should take care of those buds that you can see over there, the flowers that are developing. So if at all you are good enough, you can also pluck using your fingers or your nails so that you can avoid damaging the flowers. So this is me doing the same. I'm trying to take care of the primary coffee branch so that at least it can bear fruits without competition. So also identified that we have various branches here at the top, and I also decided to remove them. Yeah, I have removed one of it so that I can also have just one shoot from the main stem so that it can reduce competition, and also removing the canopy, which is unnecessary for now. There I am, and these are a very simple skill. You can be able to do it through just observing what I'm doing. I believe you are learning something, how to do pruning, which is not really technical. You just need to be able to identify the secondary branches. Here I am doing it. Therefore, it's possible for you to do it. So I'll do it in the whole farm individually, since it's not really tiresome. You just need to take your time. Like 2 hours are enough for you to have done quite a number of coffee plants, and from there you'll have interacted with the coffee plant, and at least from there you'll be having a great experience with these great plants. Keep on watching as we continue doing the pruning. Hope you will learn a lot. Let's go. You may ask, what do you mean by secondary branches? As you can observe closely at my plants, you will see this is the primary branch, that lateral one, and this smaller one growing from it is a secondary branch. And you may ask yourself, why should we prune secondary branches? That's a big question. Number one, they compete for food. Secondary branches use nutrients, water, and energy that should go to the main fruiting branches and berries. The other reason for pruning the secondary branches is that they cause too much shade. And when the tree is too bushy, sunlight cannot reach the inner part of the plant. And coffee needs light for good flowering and berry development. Another cause of pruning the secondary branches is that they cause diseases. Crowded branches trap moisture, and this leads to fungal diseases like coffee leaf rust, coffee berry diseases, and other infections. Another reason why you should do the pruning for secondary branches is that they give poor quality berries. If left, secondary branches produce small weak cherries that lower the quality of your coffee. So by removing them, as I am doing, we are not harming the plant. We are helping it to focus on production. Other benefits of pruning secondary branches is that the bigger they become bigger, or the coffee berries become bigger and healthier. Also, there is better air circulation, stronger main branches, and easy spraying and also management. As I was walking around, I noticed that as I pruned the previous plants, they were doing well. Therefore, let's continue getting to learn why we should prune the secondary branches. Therefore, it also ensures that there is high quality and high yields of the plants. So those are some of the secondary branches that I pruned, and it's a simple skill whereby you should always do it regularly. The best time to prune secondary branches is after you have harvested, but for me, I have not yet harvested, and when rains are starting, that is when you are supposed also to start pruning. And when the coffee plant, for mine, when the coffee plant is strong and established, like mine, which is about 12 or maybe a year. So avoid heavy pruning during flowering or in dry seasons. Always cut carefully so you don't injure the primary branches. So we should remember that primary branches feed you, secondary branches compete with you, so prune the competition. A good farmer does not fear cutting because he knows that sometimes to grow more, you must remove more. I hope you are enjoying the pruning session, and as we continue pruning the secondary branches, we must be very careful to protect the buds and young berries on the primary branches. These are the future harvests. One long cut can remove weeks of hard work. I always use some golden rules that also you should know, that prune the branches, not the future. Protect the buds, they are your money. So as we continue pruning, continue learning how to take care of the primary branches. Here I am looking or identifying the branches that I should remove. Therefore, when pruning, you're supposed to be able to identify, but I can see it's you're supposed to identify, then cut. Always confirm this is a secondary branch, that is a primary branch to be protected. You are supposed to use a sharp, clean tool and also hold the secondary branch before cutting. Avoid pruning during heavy flowering if not necessary. So there we go, we are continuing pruning. Are you enjoying? Let's do the pruning. As I look around, I see clean plants, open and very well shaped. I have learned something very important, that pruning is not just about cutting branches. Pruning is about preparing for the future. Many farmers are afraid to prune. They see many branches and think the more the better. But in coffee farming, too much growth is not always good growth. A crowded coffee tree becomes weak. A congested coffee tree becomes sick. A neglected coffee tree becomes unproductive. But a well-pruned coffee plant is a powerful plant. It receives more sunlight. It has better airflow. It fights diseases better. And most importantly, it produces better berries. Today, as I pruned the secondary branches, I was very careful to protect the primary branches, the buds, the young berries, because those are my future harvests. And the same lesson applies in life. Sometimes you must remove what is unnecessary so that what is important can grow stronger. There is a word from the Bible that keeps me going. That is in John chapter 15 verse 2 that says, "Every branch that bears fruits, he prunes, that it may bear more fruits." Even God himself is a pruner. Pruning may look painful. It may look like loss, but in reality, it is preparation for more fruits. In farming, pruning brings more berries. In life, pruning brings more blessings. Therefore, as I conclude, remember to like our video, share, and also comment in our video so that we can grow together. Make sure also you have subscribed. Kindly subscribe in our video for the next video. It will be more informative. So let's continue growing together as also you continue making us better. Thank you very much. Let's meet in our next one. Adios.